Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it might be where you are. Welcome back to my live stream. My name is Jeff Fritz, and today is, oh my gosh, April 25th, 2019. It's the perfect day of the year. It's the perfect date. It's light jacket weather. If you saw Miss Congeniality, you know, you get that joke. How's it going there, chat room? Look at all them folks already checking in. Svava's here. We're going to get into some good mischief today. I've got a couple of announcements I want to share with you, and then we're going to get into some fun. I've got some weirdness with my filter on that camera, don't I? I'm going to tinker with that for just a second. Don't mind me. I'm going to work on, right, this is how we edit things on the fly. Look at that. We're going to fix up that Captain Marvel hat. Nope, that's not going to work. Rats. Because I'm going to get the green coming out in the background. All right. Good morning. Hey, look who's here. I am not myself resubscribed. Thanks so much. JAF1021. Hello, hello. Too much sunburn? No, the color is just a little off. Oh my gosh. Is that Chinmay Vartak with the Twitch Prime sub? Thanks so much. I really appreciate that. Look at this. Now my... Ugh. Is that a little better? That's a little better. Then I can do something with the color. I'm not going to futz with it any further. How's it going, Motown Andy? And Robert Tables is here. Hello, hello. Let me get some music started in the background here, and then I'll go into our announcements because we've got a couple cool things that I definitely want to share with you. I'm going to play Red today. There we go. This is, of course, from Music to Code By from Mr. Carl Franklin. You can execute exclamation point music there in the chat room. There it is. mtcb.pwop.com. You can get great music like this that's engineered to get you in the flow, to get you in the groove for whatever task it is that you might be working on, get you completely focused in that flow, whether it's writing code, doing your homework, or even doing chores around the house. Check it out. mtcb.pwop.com. Thanks so much, Carl, for letting us listen to your music here live on stream. Today's the premiere night for pretty much everybody everywhere for Marvel's Avengers Endgame. We're really looking forward to that. I've got the Captain Marvel hat on, even though it looks a little funny here today. And I have tickets to take Mrs. C Sharp Fritz and the C Sharp Fritz Miners to go see it tonight. I am so looking forward to it. Oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. 11 years of movies, 21 movies all culminate tonight for us. I'm so looking forward to this. Seen it, Smab. Yeah, time difference in UK. Good. Oh man, I'm insanely jealous. Hey, Soar Scoot, good to see you. Stelzy's here. Let me run down some of the other folks that are here that has said hello to us this morning. Spectre Speed, Kapow, Sadad Meskin, is that Insidious? Hello? Carrie's here, hello. A Hofling, good to see you. I'm looking at your pull request to the Live Coders team, A Hofling. We're going to get to that later today, I promise. Straight Butta, hello. Stelzy, of course. Motown Andy, I think I mentioned. Is that Jeebus Cool Breeze, hello? I need a hat command, I do. Stir Trek Eve, yes, Stir Trek is tomorrow. Stir Trek is a conference in Columbus, Ohio. Our friend Carrie Payette there helps run. Great event. I spoke there a couple years ago, and that evening we saw Captain America Civil War? Yeah, Civil War, that's what it was. Let me head over to this view. We're not going to make our goal for build, but we'll do some other fun things, I promise. We will. We have tons of great things we're going to be doing as part of Build this year. I'm going to be there with our friends from Mobilize.net, Twilio, Docker, Progress Software, of course. And we have more than 20 hours of content coming to you live from Build on this channel. Tune in, click that follow button, just like our Rittenhouse. Thanks so much for that follow. I appreciate that and look forward to seeing you in the chat room. You're going to see more content from Build here than you are on Channel 9. Mark my words, book it. It's happening, okay? Link Slumps, thank you for the follow. You learned from R. Rittenhouse. Terrific. I am dead serious, Hofling. Oh, yes. Tune in here. You will see a heck of a lot more. You're going to see in-depth content. You know how I interview folks. You know how I work on and write code together with other folks. You'll get more in-depth stuff here. You're not going to get the soft skills discussions, the light interviews that you see on from the official broadcast. But you're going to get those in-depth questions that you have about the technologies answered here. We don't hold back. We talk to everybody about the really great stuff that's going on inside their products. I need a G Fuel command. I do. And I'm okay. This is really bothering me, that chroma key on my hat. It really is. Now I really want to fix it. And see, the light behind me looks all weird. Then can I do that? Will that help? Somewhere about there, and I'm okay. Black Vulcan, thanks so much for the resub at tier 1. Resubscribe for 2 months. Fantastic. Yeah, the hat's a little bit better now. Still got a little bit, but we're all right. And I am not in direct competition. We're augmenting. And I'm not broadcasting at the same time as them. It's going to be great. Michael Jolly, where the green screen filtering is upset. There's a little bit of reflection is what's going on, and it's a reflective thing here. Good to see you, though, Michael Jolly. Link Slumps, hello, yes. Captain Marvel hat is pretty sweet. Yeah, I was a big fan of this when I saw it, Radar Cornflakes. And welcome. I saw it. You should see how I am at the mall when I walk by places like Hot Topic and my local comic shop. Spencer's Gifts, because they've got some really neat pop culture hats in there. I'm like that old Garfield thing that you saw stuck in the back of everybody's car with the suction cups stuck to the window, like, ooh, hats. I gotta go check it out. Really cool hats. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I need to announce a schedule shift. Do me a favor, somebody get ready to clip this. I need to shift my schedule starting next week. I will no longer be broadcasting on Tuesday evenings. Instead, we're going to broadcast Tuesday at our normal 10 o'clock time, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, and 2 p.m. UTC. In exchange for that swap, I'm going to push Thursday to the evenings. So Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, 2200 UTC, 8 a.m. Australian Eastern Time. You'll find us. And that's what time I'm going to start broadcasting next week. So Tuesdays and Thursdays with that slight shift. Now, that said, you got a double on me this week. You actually got a triple coming. You got 2 extra shows coming from me this week. Check this out. Tomorrow we're going to broadcast at our normal time, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. But then when we're done, we're going to raid and jump over to our Dev Intersection channel. I'm going to be co-hosting a show for about 2-3 hours with our friend Richard Campbell. Our guests tomorrow are Elijah Manor and Lino Tadros. We're going to be interviewing them and talking about things in JavaScript and React, what Elijah works on. And then we're also going to talk a lot about IoT and how IoT is becoming more of an enterprise thing and some of the cool things that Lino and Carrie Payette actually are working on. So I hope you join us tomorrow. We're going to raid right from this show into that. It's going to be a great afternoon. So I make sure you tune in tomorrow and give a follow over to that Dev Intersection channel. All right, let's see if we can do this. Carrie, can you do a shout out for the Dev Intersection channel? It should work. I fixed it. Lino will be joining us. I know, the Lino. It's going to be terrific. Thank you for the clip, Robert. I appreciate that. Now, so not only do we have Dev Intersection tomorrow, there's Dee Dee. We've got a little bit more to talk about with Dee Dee, and that's Monday. I've already got a link. There's already a panel down below me here on Twitch. Check it out. We're going to host a code party live from DockerCon. Mostly live from DockerCon. I'm still going to be here at my home. I wasn't able to make it out. But we're going to have a bunch of guests from the DockerCon Women in Technology event join us. And we're going to talk to them about all the great things that they've been doing around the container space and what's made them amazing technologists. So it's going to be a series of interviews. You've seen how we run a code party. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be hijinks. We'll have a lot of fun. Our friends Dee Dee Walsh, Sarah Fatz will be joining me to help produce. It'll be about an hour, and we're going to host that Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and I forget the UTC time. At 4, it's going to be midnight UTC. It's going to be phenomenal. We're going to have a great time that evening, so I hope you tune in Monday. So you've got me today, tomorrow for a double show. Sunday morning we'll be back at 10 a.m. and Monday night, and then we go back to Tuesday at 10 a.m. All right? It's a lot of changes to the schedule. I'm going to update the offline screen here with all that information and put a big Code Party logo on there. And I hope you join us. It's going to be great. Frackberg, thanks so much for the resub. 3 months here. And I believe that puts you in, I always get the hat colors wrong, puts you into a red hat. Welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, I want to make sure then that we cover, we've been running this win a pass to build, win a ticket, free ticket to build giveaway here for the last week or two. And we have a winner. Our friends at Progress Software, they drew a winner, or they went through their process to evaluate, make sure that everybody was qualified and eligible to win. And our winner is, drum roll, there it is. Hey, drum roll. I've got a drum roll this time. Yeah, that worked. Rift 87 is our winner. We've already reached out to him, and we've let him know that he's won. He's making sure that he can accept the award and all that, and the ticket, and we're going to get him into Build 2019. So congratulations to Rift 87. I'm not going to disclose. I have his real name. I'm not going to disclose that in case he doesn't want it shared here, but congratulations, and we'll see you at Build, and we'll have him join us for a little bit on a show right here on this channel. So there we go. Hey, Welsh Ronaldo, good to see you. Yeah, glad you didn't win, couldn't afford the airfare or the hotel. Yeah, it is a little bit close. Space Cat, hello, good to see you. All right, I've got this long list of rundown. So the last thing that I wanted to cover here, you know, if you've been watching for a little bit, I like to every now and again, I'm a big fan of Marvel. And I like to read a little bit from what Marvel's been producing each month. They've been tucking an old column from Stan Lee into the comic books. And when there's been something that's been particularly noteworthy, something that applies to us, is that Oladup, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. When Marvel tucks one of these columns from Stan Lee in that applies to us, I like to read it just to kind of remind us and learn something from it. So I'm going to take a second here, and I want to read. This is Stan's Soapbox. This is in Captain Marvel number 4. And this was originally written by Stan Lee in October 1967. And I think what Stan has for us here still applies very well to all of us as software developers today. Let me take a minute and read this. Many of you unsung heroes have written to ask how we really feel about our own mags. You've inquired whether we take them seriously or just treat them as a patently pointless put-on. Well, just for the record, Charlie, we believe in our swinging superheroes. We created them. We live with their adventures, their hang-ups, almost 24 hours a day. We know them as well as we know our own families, and better than we know Irving Forbush. No, literature lover, our fearless little fables are not put-ons. To us, they're really what's happening today, baby. It's the real world we have our doubts about, but that's another story. Till next month then, face front, that's where the action is. And that's Stan Lee in October of 1967. What Stan says here that really touched me and why I wanted to share it with you, pair programmers, is they believe in their heroes. They believe in their magazines. They believe in their product. And that's something that I think we as developers, as much as you might look at some code that you wrote yesterday, last week, last month, and you're disappointed in how it's structured or how how it was architected, or maybe you named something that in hindsight doesn't make sense to you, or you want to change. That's okay. What matters is that you believe in your product, the application, the website, the program that you wrote. Believe in it, stand behind it, support it. And you'll have customers, you'll have folks, you'll have users that believe and use your stuff for years to come. Thanks so much, Stanley. We really appreciate some of the insight that you gave us 50 some years ago, but you know what? It still applies today. Hey, Teal Old Man, good to see you. Thanks so much for stopping in. Love the rainbow bearded Octocat there. Just did a follow of Carrie's channel after I mentioned Carrie yesterday. That is phenomenal. Yeah, and make sure you check out the Live Coders team. I don't have a Live Coders team button, but if you click the button just below here, you can find out all about them. We've got 42 members of the team now. You'll find folks like the Michael Jolly, Robert Tables, Carrie Payette, Rambling Geek. There you go, livecoders.dev. That's right, we have the livecoders.dev domain name, and that's pretty cool. Codephobia, there's another one of our live coders. Let's take care of this real quick. Good to see you, Codephobia. Just joined the team. I'm going to make Codephobia a VIP because they're a team member. And make sure you check out their channel. They're doing a lot of great stuff around Node.js and Angular, if that's something that you're interested in. There's all kinds of great technologies that folks are talking about on the Live Coders channel. And I've actually started putting together an issue template so that folks can apply. So I need to build out the area here on GitHub a little bit. I need to grant folks access to the Live Coders GitHub stuff. And we have a Discord for team members to talk, plan upcoming broadcasts together. I'm actually seeing some of the folks, some of the Live Coders that are in the UK talking about doing a little bit of a co-broadcast. Don't know if that's going to come together, but that would be phenomenal to see. A little bit of regional pride and, hey, let's talk a little bit together. Great stuff there. So many cool people on the team. Love watching all the different tech. Yes, there is. There's a lot of great stuff happening there. I'm very, very happy that I'm able to bring these folks together and see where things go from there. We're not committed to one company's technology, to one product, to one operating system, to one cloud. So I hope you find stuff there that everybody likes. All right, I think that's the last of my rundown here. That was a lot. All right. We built some pipelines, some Azure DevOps pipelines, and we got our tests running again properly for the Quiltoni Pixel Bot. So named because it was started for our friend over there in the Creative Streams, Quiltoni, but it's growing into something that's a little bit more than just managing faux currency here on Twitch. And we've had a couple other folks that want to join and use the same bot. So we want to start enabling this bot to function beyond a single thread, beyond just one channel. How do we listen and manage more than one channel? And you do that by dropping in the Teal Old Man Easter egg command. It doesn't work on this channel, but next time you're on Dryad T or Quiltoni's channel, try executing !Teal Old Man and see what happens. G Fuel recharge. Yes. 42 is the epicest number of live coders. I know. Everything must be blue. All right. So we ran into a couple issues upgrading and managing, dealing with the references from our project. We worked those out. It took a little bit of work.
A nutless monkey could do your job.
No, Len. That was Len Grossman, my producer. No, this was really difficult. We worked through, we figured it out. We actually put in some sliding references there so that it would work properly. And get the appropriate version number for these things. So I think we're in a good place with this. There's a little bit of funniness around the HTTP client, but I'm going to come back to that later. I want to continue and I want to talk about And I've even started changing the title here of the GitHub repository. Hey, Svava, good to see you. There's our GitHub repository. This is where we're working today. But I want to continue diving in and working with the actor model that allows us to specify little actors, little components of functionality that will be instantiated, managed, and then released for all the various little components that make up a bot. And then eventually the framework that we're using called Akka.net will manage the threading, so it'll run multiple threads on a processor and distribute across multiple machines so that we can scale up and down this process very, very quickly. Missed a few streams, says Old Dev Guy. Not a problem. You're interested in understanding what we're using it for? Here we go. Let's dive in. I think, do I have... Yep, I already have it open, and I'm on the appropriate branch here. This is Visual Studio 2019. I'm using the Enterprise Edition because I can. You can, of course, get the Community Edition for free. It's always free and available for everybody to use. Check it out at visualstudio.com. I removed the link to Visual Studio down below because it was still linking to the preview. That's okay. You can still download a preview version, or you can download the full community version and run it, and all of these things that we're doing will run great for you. So we started working a long time ago. We built the PixelBot project here. Let me close this one. You can see it right here. And the PixelBot project was a single-threaded bot. And as we look at building, and it also runs as a command line application. As we look at building and needing this to run across multiple machines, hosting multiple channels, we needed to scale up. So I started the Orchestrator project, and I'll right-click here and set this as my startup project. Set as startup project. I look at that right-click menu all the time, this context menu, and I always forget the order of things. Always. That's weird to me. Like, at some point you should remember the order of these things, but I never remember the order of it. Never. Because actually, when you click on different things, there's different things that pop in it. So, that's weird. So everything should build properly here. I'm just going to do a Control-Shift-B and build, and you can see kind of over my shoulder there it says build succeeded. Don't they secretly change the order? Secretly, they changed the order. We secretly replaced Jeff's context menu with new Folgers crystals. Let's see if he notices. Oh yeah, I noticed. I do. They don't switch around from version to version except property. Not just they, but they. That's right. You know what? What did I do with? Is that Bitheral Gaming? Bitheral Gaming? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us, and I look forward to seeing you in the chat room. I didn't get my voice modulator running here. No, see, that's not going to work. Now it's all staticky. Let's see if I clip this on first. I've got my Twitch shirt on. That sounds a little better. Okay. Hello? 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 Yeah, that works. All right. Menu items should be ordered by Visual Studio IntelliCode. That's a neat idea. That's a neat idea, Sinad Meskin. Things that are most likely to be used there. I think you might be onto something. Or the most common things that I've done in a menu. That's not a bad idea, but that then starts to turn into like the ribbon. All right, so I was talking about the Orchestrator here. So the Orchestrator is an ASP.NET Core 3 project. It's using the latest preview versions of all these things. Yeah, it's a good idea of how not to design a right-click menu. There was a great product that used to reorder menu items, got a lot of pushback, users hated it, yeah. All heck did break loose when folks brought in the ribbons. So we started adding this project, and this project uses the actor model, and I'll show you here in the startup. Of course, with an ASP.NET Core project, we have this configure services method that sets up all of our dependencies, all the things that our project needs in order to start and get running. And it's still not running the server-side Blazor correctly. I need to figure that out. But we add this, and I'm going to get rid of this forecast service because we're not using it. And I think I actually got, no, it's still here. I'm going to get rid of those. Those aren't a thing. We're not using them. They came with the template. It's like that picture that comes with a picture frame. It's like, oh, this family looks so happy. You're going in the trash because you're not my family. No. Sorry, you're not my family. Yeah. Okay, so what we do is to use the actor model. I'm creating an actor system here on line 46. I'm making this available, and I call it the bot service because this is going to start and manage all of the chat bots that we start up, because we're going to start up several of them. What if they were your family? Then I'm not taking it out of the frame. Then I'm lucky. I bought the frame, and my family came with the frame. That's weird. Right? Like, if my family came with the frame? I don't know. They're my family now? No. Now that's a little creepy. Yes, Namazri, we did announce the winner. The winner of the build drawing was Rift 87. If you tried to help someone else click blah, I don't see it. Is the third one down? No, it isn't. Yeah, you got a good point there. You got a good point. If your wife was a model for those pics, then she's mad at you. You threw out the pic of her and the other guy and kids. Yeah, I guess. We're all winners. We're all amazing people. Woo! Working together to do amazing things.
Make it so.
Right. We can do it. Oh.
You can do it!
You can do it, Michael Jolly. So this is where we're starting the actor system, and here we go. We kick it off, we make it available, and we inject channel configuration information into our top level object, a channel manager actor. The channel manager actor knows how to start up and manage channels. So this is going to look and receive a message that says you need to join a channel. Down here, it's going to make sure that we have a channel created, only one, and then get the appropriate configuration for that channel and start it up. Create a channel actor that'll manage the channel, the Twitch channel, like this one that you're watching here. The channel actor itself knows how to start a Twitch connection here. And then it creates a couple of event handler actors. These are the things that are going to listen to all the different events that happen on a Twitch channel. Like somebody issues a command in chat, or gifts a subscription, or sends a new message, etc., etc. When these events happen, well, we're going to have these, and we're going to actually send along messages appropriately that say, this is what happened. Actor, for a gift subscription, go figure out what you need to do within the context of this channel. So that's pretty cool. Guten Tag? Code time, absolutely. Hey, it read it! Oh my gosh, look at that, it read it. Stream Elements read the cheer. Yes, Carrie. I'm going to put that right here because this is where we're going to be working. There was a cheer for 142. Today's the 25th. No, not May. There we go. Thanks so much. So our next step here is to start handling and doing something for these things based on the configuration that comes in. That's not bad. That's pretty cool. Now, where I'm kind of hung up is the channel has a configuration that comes in here. And we're going to make that channel configuration available publicly here. Our channel configuration right now is, I've intentionally made this dumb. It doesn't know much of the various features and things we're going to enable here. And that's okay, because as we migrate over the commands and features, we'll add configuration items so that we know how to trigger those appropriately. Make sense? So, from my channel actor here, can I go down into, let's start with, well, let me look at the various commands over here, and let's pick a simple one and start adding it out. Let's start with, you know what? I'm going to start with the Easter egg command. I'm going to start with the teal old man command. This was don't tell anyone, because
it's illegal in 9 countries.
It is. Quiltoni and Dryad T don't know this command is here. But we talked about it and we snuck this in while they weren't looking. If you execute the command text teal old man, it will broadcast this message on channel. That's easy. So if we figure out how to do just this simple text echo command, right? And I think this is a good example of getting some minimum features available to our different, I think we'll call them command actors, so they know how to interact with Twitch and how to get configuration. Then we can take some of those next steps into some more complex commands, like the guessing game, where you can guess how fast it takes the streamer to complete a task. Yeah, Svava thinks this is good. Let me tell you, Svava.
I love it when a plan comes together.
I do. I love it when a plan comes together. All right. So, if we're going to migrate this command, the channel actor will need to pass it along. It's a chat command. So the chat command actor over here receives the channel configuration. Is that right? Does that make sense? Create actor of, okay. So, create actor of, this is a private method that we created here, right? And it's going to pass along the configuration. All right. I think we can do that. So, if we look at the command, where did we go? Chat command actor. I'm going to pin this over here so it's not just floating out here. This is a way for the Visual Studio lets you kind of peek into another class file. So, is there a way for me from here to reference that parent, the channel actor, so I can get access to Twitch? Aren't the most chatbot commands these simple text commands? No, they're not, actually. The drink me command is a little bit more complex because it reaches into a GitHub sheet and brings back a value. It does a lookup and brings it back. So we need to pass a little bit of configuration, a little bit more configuration into this one, do a little bit more interaction, and then echo some information to Twitch. So before I get into any of this more complex business logic, and it's a good question, Stelzy, let's do just the simple echo a message command, and then we'll be able to freak out everybody who uses our channel and says !teal old man. It'll be fun. It'll be great.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
We're gonna make everything blue everywhere thanks to Teal Old Man. It's gonna be awesome. So, is there a thing here where I can say base dot? Can I get to the parent actor? Right. So there's self, supervisor strategy. Oh, that's not it. Sender. Get the sending actor ref of the current message. Well, that'll be the parent, won't it? Little Skittles. Hey, how's it going? Aka is awesome. I'm learning that and appreciating it as well, Little Skittles. I agree. So if I reference the sender of a message, because right from this, thinking through our architecture and how things are built hierarchically, our channel actor, this object, is what's receiving the commands from Twitch and is going to forward the message when there is a chat command here on line 64. So client is a reference to Twitch when a chat command is received. So exclamation point, teal old man, or giveaway game, or whatever. We're going to forward that message, right? We're going to send a message over to the chat command of type on chat command received args. So we can peek into that object. So Sinan Meskin, it's not... Twitch is part of the actor that is the sender. You can always send a message to the parent to send the message to the channel. That feels kind of bouncing back and forth. The config object holds the active reference to the connected client, so that's not causing another connection. Chat actor forwards the message back to channel actor. I don't think so. I pass in when I create the actor, I pass in the configuration for the channel. I'm not passing a reference to Twitch. I could pass it back and forth, but... Oh, I see. You're saying send a message back to the parent that says broadcast a message on Twitch. Reaching into the property of the parent to send a message to Twitch seems like a smelly architecture. Okay. Okay. Nuts. Okay. We're good. Okay, so... Alright. So actors receive messages from other actors. And we haven't set this up to receive any messages yet. So the chat actor doing something is okay, but what about the response? Yes. Okay. So it sounds like we need to receive messages that say broadcast and whisper. That's not too bad. I think we can build that pretty easily. So, right, if we think this through, we're not looking at this. We're gonna... we need to set up a way to... Right, we need to receive a message of some type. And that's going to be the chat actor commands, right? We're going to receive into our command the arguments. And that's on chat command received args. On chat command received... Well, you know what? I can just grab this. Right? Args. When we receive that, what do we want it to do? We need to tell it to delegate and go do a thing with this. And I'm going to control dot on this so that we get our using statement. So we need to tell it what to do when it receives a chat command. So I'm going to do this, and let's set up... You know what? Let's just call it on chat command received. That feels like a good name for a method. So, and I want to pass in the command. So now I should be able to control dot on this, generate that method, and now I have a method where I can go and do something for this, inspect that command, and start up an appropriate command handler if needed for that command. Read command typically also sends the message. So the chat actor doing something is okay, but what about the response? Yes. So let me get down and get a teal old command. Let me get a teal old man command actor built. So I think under actors we have channel events. And then I think we need to add commands. That's not right. That's not right. That looks better. Okay. We're going to want to inspect the command. Channel actor should be the only one dealing with Twitch lib. Yes, I agree, Electric Havoc. So let's do this. I think we made Twitch. Where's the client? Okay, that is private. We don't want anybody interacting with it except for this, the channel actor. This manages the interaction with Twitch. At which point I could probably call this a Twitch channel actor, because if at some point we also handle Mixer and YouTube and Facebook, we may want to have those as well. I'm going to leave it as is, and we'll cross that renaming problem later. All right. So let me start from here. We'll come back to sending the message. I want to get into a teal old man command. Right. So I need a collection of commands that it's managing, command actors. Right. So if I have a private read-only dictionary, right? You know what a dictionary is. So it's going to have a string of command keywords and a collection of actor refs, right? And if we call this the commands that it's managing, it's going to be a new dictionary, blah, blah, blah. All right, so we have one of those. So now I can check to make sure. I could say if command.command. Wait a sec. Was there a thing there? Field. All right. Command identifier. That'll be the teal old man. No. Command text. It doesn't have the command. Don't I have the command arguments here? Oh, there they are. Command text. I want to make sure that's in the dictionary. So that's going to be if commands dot contains key. If it doesn't contain that, yeah. So if it's I actor ref this command, like that, equals null. Just to initialize so we have something out there. If it doesn't contain it, we need to create it. So this command equals, and then I need to know how to create it. Oh, rats. Chat commander parses, sends dice to dice command actor alerts channel actor. Yes. Yes. Easy to test commands and unit test. I completely agree, Electric Havoc. Let's build it. There's a little pass back and forth there. And it's going to be amazing. Yeah, see that? See that? I can make this happen. Do the thing. Here we go. So if it doesn't contain the key, we need to create the appropriate command for that. Which means either I need to know my collection of commands here so I can create one, or I need to have them registered somewhere so I can look them up and create them. Is that upgrading Dave? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Have I seen the Go XLR? Yes, I have. And interesting product. Not something for me. I was able to get my hands on a full sound mixer and other tools that worked great for me. Go XLR is going to work for a lot of other folks. But I had chosen and already built out a bit of my studio configuration here before the Go XLR was really available to me. I love the fireballs with the rainbow bearded clippy. Nice. Nice. If not a valid command, whisper message to the user to the parent. Yes. Yes. So we need to identify actor for command, right? And that's going to be the command text. How about create actor for command? Right? So when you type, right? So when you type as our Easter egg shows. This is the command text that's going to be sent along. So we're going to need to find that, create an actor for that command. I don't know exactly what this looks like, so I'm just going to generate and stick that down here. You know what? Let's just be overly simple for this. And if case is teal old man, then we will return new teal old man command actor. We need to create that over here. Come on, there it is. Teal old man channel actor. There it is. And this is going to be a receive actor, just like all of our other objects, so that we can interact with this pile of various things. 100% sentiment. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. And I didn't even have to say JavaScript to get it to happen. Look at that. Look at that. I can't believe it. It's amazing. All right, so I'm going to control dot on this. I don't need to generate class. Teal old. Oh, not channel actor. It's command actor. I named it wrong. My bad. Okay, so there's that. So I should be able to come back over to this and control dot on that. There we go. So now it knows what that is. Return new. Cannot implicitly type. What? It's a receive actor, which is an I actor ref. That makes no sense whatsoever. What happens if I make this a receive actor that it's returning? Okay. What I should do, create actor for command. Now, why isn't it like that? Yeah, you stink. You make me sad. Context dot actor of. Okay. My bad. It still doesn't like that. Yeah, because I didn't make it the right thing there. There we go. I don't need to pass any configuration in or anything there, so we're okay. So if I return null, this command is null. So I'm going to say else this command equals commands, and then I'm going to fetch the command from the dictionary. So the dictionary is going to contain a collection of these that we can use. And now I'll do that guard clause. If this command is null, and here's our first whisper. This is where we need to whisper back, that command doesn't a thing. Do not return null, demonstrate null object pattern. Well, instead of returning null here, I could throw an exception and catch it, and then do something. But I don't want to throw an exception. This is something that I know what to do. Is there actor.null? No. I could do that matches no messages at all ever. That feels weird also. At some point, we'll need to drop properties in here to pass along. Yes. I could do default on iActorRef, but then I'm doing this weird test against that. Right? I'd rather pass null here, to be perfectly honest. Default feels weird. Don't do something and return something. Yeah, right. If I wasn't able to create an actor for the command, what do? This command doesn't have an actor with it. I should do something with that. The no command actor. What was it I just had there? If I did that... Yeah, see, it doesn't like that either. How about an explicit no-op actor? An unknown command? Okay, I can buy that. That I can buy. Let's not call it unknown command. Let's call it unknown command actor. Yeah, it didn't. I really wanted to rename that file too. And if that is a... It's not even a receive actor. It's not going to receive anything. It's literally a dummy actor. Do nothing. In which case... Right, I don't have a case here. I have a default. I don't even want to do it as a default. I just want to... Right, I'm returning out of the switch statement. Return context actor of unknown command actor. Then I also want to... Okay, so if it... I'm creating the actor for command. Right, but now I've got to add this validation here that says if this command is unknown command actor, then I've got to do the whisper command not valid, else commands dot add and it'll be this command that I'm adding. Should be private and only singleton instance should be returned so you can compare it somewhere. Singleton instance so that you can compare it somewhere. Okay, we can move this to private. Sure. Let's move this to a private class that's kind of hiding down here. Do that in the no command actor. I am not running the C# 8 preview. Is that Vistison? No. Oh yes, King 440. Well, Game of Thrones is... Yeah, I'm actually watching Endgame tonight. Haha! I don't want the unknown command actor... Oh, man. See, I'm creating a class and I'm going to have it do something then that... Right, if this is just a no-op, it doesn't do anything. Return this.unknown command. Yeah, you're talking about having this have a... Not private, it's going to be a... Needs to be internal, right? So it can be seen. Private, static, read-only, unknown command actor, instance, which equals and then having a private constructor. So I don't end up doing this. I end up doing... thank you for the follow, Mr. Bay Sean. I appreciate you joining us. Look forward to seeing you in the chat room. Yeah, this I think needs to be not that one. But I think this needs to be public, right? So then I can say instance. Does not exist. What do you mean it doesn't exist? It's right there. Public static read only. Yeah. What do you mean it doesn't exist? You're gonna put instance to generic type. Right, where is it? Actor. So if I do actor of, yeah. So how do I create it? No. That's not a thing. If I do context actor of, right, it wants properties. Or it wants a type. There is no signature that allows me to do that. Now I can't do unknown.instance. I need to create, yeah. Got him. Got what? No, I'm writing a lot of complex code here when all I want to do is return null. Sorry, I'm vetoing this. We've made this way too complicated. If this command is null, whisper command is not valid, otherwise that. Done. That is stupid what we were going through. I'm sorry. That is way too much. I am not going through all of that. No. Yeah. Sorry. 4 characters versus a bunch of other classes, generic types, casting back and forth. No. Okay. Whisper command is not valid, so we're going to create a message here that says whisper. So I'm going to come down here to our core project, create a message, and this is going to be a message that's whisper message, so that we can whisper a message, and this is going to be idempotent, serializable, sealed class, so we can pass along that information. And nothing can change it. Public sealed class, serializable, right? Serializable means it can be converted to a string representation. So we're going to create a constructor that takes in our argument, and then we'll have private properties here that do this. So we need to specify who we're whispering the message to. User to whisper, and then the message. Hello? Where did my... okay. Like JSON. Exactly, Woodsy. Like we want to serialize out to JSON. Alright, so if we do... Right, so if we say this, user to whisper equals user to whisper, because we're just storing a copy of these things, so we can pass them along to the next object in the chain. Message. So we're going to create a read-only property for that. We're going to create a read-only property for that. Done. Now we have a whisper message that we can send back to the other class that does that actually talks to Twitch. So, all right. So if we say, how do we get to the parent? So it's the sender is who sent that over. So if we say sender dot, can we say tell? Yes, there we go. Exactly. So we're going to tell a message over there. It's going to be a new whisper message. Yes, those. All right, so we need to send the user we're going to whisper back to. Well, we know the user is here on the command. When we look at the chat message, it is username down here, right? There it is. That's the name of the user who sent the message. And what are we going to tell them? Unknown command. And then we'll actually give them the command that we thought they said. So that'll be command, not identifier. Command text. Use help to get a list of valid commands. And we'll eventually create a help command to show that stuff. All right. That was easy. And then return. You did something that we don't understand. Send that message back. Otherwise, grab the appropriate command, and then we'll actually need to tell that command, here's the information that you need to go do. Akka can be a deep tar pit of over-engineering stuff to a very ridiculously complex state. Yes. Typo in the whisper field. Uh-oh. What did I do? To get a list of valid commands. I think we're okay. Over here in the whisper message, is this okay? Yeah, we're all right there. User to whisper, user to... Whipser. My bad. Look at that. Good catch. Good catch. Points to Sinad for that one. There you go. I'm not sure what you're going to do with him, but you've got some points. Just like, whose line is it anyway? The points are made up. And it's all funny like that. So now it's new whisper message, and that'll send through appropriately. So now if I go back over to the channel actor, now I need to configure the channel actor to receive whisper messages and do something with those. This feels really easy. So now I can say receive a whisper message. And what do I want it to do? So I'm going to create a command called, let's create a command called, whisper message. And I'll control dot on that to generate a private method. And this feels absurdly simple, right? This is, I think this is one of the benefits of the actor model here. Now all I got to do is say client, send whisper. Who's receiving it? Well, I already know that. That's the... wait a sec. Oh. That's a problem. I have two different things called whisper message. Let's create a thing here called... Let's alias this domain down here. Look at that. Quiltoni is all over this code. All over it. And she doesn't even know it. So now I can receive a MSG whisper message. There we go. So now passing that along. Now I've got the appropriate object, and I can say I'm whispering to the user to whisper, and I'm sending the appropriate message. That's easy. That makes sense. Can you withdraw them? Can you withdraw what? Whispers? No. Lion Jove 1. How did I change several strings of code at the same time? Oh, how did I do that rename I think you're referring to? There's a hotkey in Visual Studio. It's also a hotkey in Windows. F2. If you hit F2, it'll allow you to rename something. So if you're in Windows and you're in like Explorer, in Windows Explorer, you can hit F2 when you have a file or folder highlighted, and it'll put you into rename mode. And I can rename this everywhere. And it'll change it in every place all at once in Visual Studio. I don't want that. I want it to be a whisper message here. But F2, it also works in Excel. Yeah, there you go. So F2 as rename is kind of a standard hotkey that you'll see throughout Windows, throughout a lot of the Microsoft products, not just Visual Studio. And it works over here in the Solution Explorer also. I can hit F2, and you see it puts me into rename mode for the item highlighted in the tree. So there's your Jeff Fritz tip of the day.
Right.
Yeah, it is right, Dr. Evil. That's because Quill Tony is awesome. Yeah. She's out helping, and she's at the St. Jude Play Live Summit, along with a bunch of our other friends in the creative community, including our friend Fairy Wings. You've seen her here. And Fierce Kittens. We had Fierce Kittens on about a year ago. At Bonsai Baby, she's there at the event as well. They're learning about how they can help raise money through their Twitch channels to benefit kids with cancer. Kids at the Research Center at St. Jude's Hospital in Tennessee. It's a tremendous organization, and I'll share this. Fierce Kittens and I were talking about this the other day. Normally she streams about sewing and different things that are her hobbies in the evening, but she's also an amazing programmer. During the day she writes code, and she used to do live coding streams in the evening. I've been able to convince Fierce Kittens to do a live coding stream, and we have a couple folks that are interested in we're going to sponsor the event. We've got we're going to do a squad stream. You're going to be able to watch on both her channel and on this channel at the same time. We're going to write code together, and we're going to update GIFBot to .NET Core 3.0. I've reached out to folks at Microsoft. We're going to have guests come on. Folks from Microsoft that you know will probably be joining us, and so will and we're going to write some code together. We're going to have them join us for a little pair programming. There's a couple other folks that'll join us. It will be epic. I'm going to give away a couple of my custom hats. This isn't one of them, but a couple of my custom .NET hats that I've made to donors. It's going to be tremendous. We're locking down a date. It'll be in May, but we're going to raise some money for St. Jude together on both streams. That means GIFBot's going to be running. That means we're going to have crazy sound effects. We're going to have crazy animations, and it's going to be an amazing time learning about .NET Core 3, updating GIFBot, and a little bit about WinForms and C# together. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I'll have an announcement about the exact date coming up. All right, so back into this code.
Do it live!
Yeah, this code. I need to tune. I really like this model of being able to say, send it back to the channel actor and go figure out where you're going to do this thing. And it will go and do it. But I feel like I need to have a reference to this when I get down into the exact command down here that's going to send the message. Or do I send it all the way up? We are closer to the rainbow, but I don't think we're going to make it by May 1st. Miha Zupan, I don't think we're going to make it. That's almost 800 folks we need to get in the boat here before May 1st, and that's in less than a week. Right? Tuesday's May 1st? Wednesday's May 1st. I don't think it's happening. So, and I'm going to ask for some help here from some of our friends that have used this type of architecture before. May the 4th, because you know Star Wars. Yes. I don't have a May the 4th be with you. Maybe I can do something about that. Can I do something about that?
You have to ask me nicely.
Okay, I'll do something about that. Let's see. Maybe we can do this. We can do a May the 4th be with you real quick.
May the force be with you.
That's not bad. Could have been a little louder. I can do something about that. All right. So this feels like I'm going to have to walk up the chain and pass that receive message all the way back up. Is that the right way to do this? Right, so if this receives, right, if I receive a whisper message here, can I forward it? Did you forward the command from the chat command actor? If yes, there should be a sender or context. So, how do I forward it? And you're confusing me there with Stelzy. Did I forward the command from the chat command actor? So the chat command actor, I'm going to... So I have the command here, right? I want to say this command, and I'm going to forward... Well, what do I forward? Forwards the message using the current sender. Okay. Well, if I receive a whisper message, I want to forward it. I want to tell it the message, a new message, and the new message is the command. And then I'm done. So now I've right, because what's the difference between tell and forward? Forwards the message using the current sender. Oh. So if I forward the message, then the sender is the channel actor. Okay, I'm feeling you. So now when I'm in... Okay, I think I've got this. So now when I'm over here, tell the whisper message to the channel actor. Yes, we did that. I did that right there. So now over here, I don't actually need to do anything in the constructor. Well, I do. I need to receive the message. So let's create a constructor. Right? I need to receive. Right? It's... oops. Not that. I need to receive on chat command received args. These. So that I can inspect them and... not that. Yes. So then what I can do is I can just forward the appropriate message back. Right? I can do CMD, but I'm not really even doing anything with that. I'm going to say forward. No. This dot. I thought I could forward. I need a command. No, the command is an actor. You will have access to the sender. Sender, sender forward, and then new. You know what? Let's do this. Let's make it kind of like a constant out here. Public static read only whisper message, and I'm going to control dot on that so I get one of these. And this is, let's call this the out message. One of these. The use. Oh wait, it's a broadcast that this sends. Okay, so we need a broadcast message now, which is really just a block of text. So let's create a broadcast message. Broadcast. Oh, rats. And then over here, that. Make this public. Serializable. I'm going to use the constructor snippet. Message to broadcast. Let's just call it message. I don't need the to broadcast. That's a little bit too much. This dot message equals message, and then we'll create that as a read-only property. Done. So then I can come back over here and call this instead broadcast message. New broadcast message. And the message to output is from the teal old man. No! That one. It's this message. Because it's a, right, this is a simple, there we go. So instead we're going to forward out message. Done. Wait, tell the whisper message to the channel actor. To the channel actor. You have to access the sender who sent the message to the parent and any other actor in the system. In the system? I think, well, sender will be right because I forwarded. Let me make sure I did this right. Right, the sender from here is the channel actor walking the chain. We're forwarding the message. Forwards the message using the current sender, not the current actor, not the on-chat command, the chat command actor, but the channel actor is who's forwarding that. So when I'm over here in this command, not that command, in here, the sender is the channel actor that we're going to send that message to. Draco401 asks, what does Serializable do? So I just explained that. I'll touch on it again briefly. When you mark a class as serializable, it means that .NET's internal systems, when it wants to take this class and turn it into a string so it can pass it between systems, can do that. And that the objects within it are serializable. They can be converted to string. So this would be converted to, say, JSON or XML or whatever other format with a name of broadcast message, and then you'd see a message with whatever string value is inside of it. So then the sender is the channel actor. Yes. So I did get that right. All right. So that should work. We should be able to send the teal old man command, and it should respond properly with this broadcast message. It's almost too easy. I'm actually going to put this on a second line, just so it's a little bit more readable. Oh, we need a semicolon. There we go. Always try to respond properly. Yes. Serializable is an interface. Serializable is not an interface. It's an attribute that enables your class to be serialized. And you can put some other things. You can decorate it additionally to indicate how you'd like it to be serialized and how it would be working. Technically not needed, but if we want to do some remoting, we need the messages serializable, and we will want remoting in the future. So I'm going to do it now because it's quick and easy to include. I feel like I want to try this. I feel like we should try this. So I'm going to start this project. Hopefully it compiles. Hopefully. No. Oh, this is the stuff that I removed from the orchestrator. Fetch data. We're going to get rid of the fetch data altogether. Where is fetch data? Pages. No. Components. Pages. Goodbye. Nice knowing you. And then we can go over here. Somewhere it's going to reference fetch data, and fetch data isn't a thing anymore. This one. Get rid of that. Try it again. Oh. No. What do we got? Services does not exist, so we got a namespace reference here. Where is it? This one. What else? Try it again. Work. Do it. Do the thing. Launch. I'll be your friend. Build succeeded. All right, now let's see. Much more productive. Yes, Stelzy. Oh, dear Lord. That was too many yak shavings. Way too many. Here we go. Starting the thing, doing the stuff. Okay. So now if I tell it, right, because I don't have the API working, if I tell it to join this channel, it should be in the channel, and we should be able to run unknown command from the one Fritz bot, but it didn't do anything. It's showing the command there, but now what? It didn't actually do anything. Let's track it down. Hey, President, not sure. Let's track it down. So on chat command received, we should see this do a thing. There we go. Command text. Teal old man. Good. Okay. So it's going to go find it because it does exist in the thing. Good. This command dot forward the command arguments. Good. So we should receive here. Dead letters was not received. 1 dead letters encountered. Oh. Oh. Compiled. Yeah, it compiled, but... No yaks were harmed in this yak shaving session. That's good. I like that, yeah. That's an idea for an emote. A shaved yak. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. A shaved yak. So it never forwarded to that message. Yeah, message went nowhere. So let's take a look back at this. I was channel actor. I was down. Where'd it go? No. Chat command actor. We got into here and we tried to say this command forward. Oh, you know what? No, we did. Okay, context actor of. So it should have created it. And then we stashed a copy of it locally. The word yak looking fuzzy. The word yak, and some of it is fuzzy. Some of it is shaved. So this tells me that it didn't properly... Yeah, with a straight razor? Maybe. That'd be cool. It created the actor, but when it went to forward it, it didn't know where to send it. But right? So we're forwarding along on chat command received args. On chat command received args. So it should have received it. No, oh no. Let me show you. We actually get all the way through this. It's somewhere losing its concept of where to ship it to. Let me show you. So we'll join the channel. I'll execute the command. So it's come in and it's saying, does the command contain the key teal old man? No, so we're going to create the actor for the command. So it creates the command, context actor of teal old man command actor. And it's returning that. So we have one. The command is not null, so it's going to drop through and add the command to our dictionary. Fine. And then we're going to forward to it the on command received args, which should hit here. And it did. So sender, well, the sender, look at that, is the dead letter queue. It's not, even though we did a forward, It's not actually sending along the channel actor. We're pointing at the dead letter queue here. Okay. That's weird. Right? Because we are properly getting through everything. Right, and right, so let me attach. Okay, so it's attached. Is there a second parameter in the forward intel to indicate a sender? I don't know. So if we run that, yeah. If I run something that it doesn't know, right? So now it's going to step through this, try to create an actor, doesn't know what it is, returns null. If this command is null, and it's going to send that whisper message to me. Message whisper center was not delivered. 2 dead letters encountered. Hey Gareth, good to see you. Target.tell. Well, the sender tell, right, should go back to the channel actor. It should receive, go down into whisper message and say client send whisper. We should hit this if I execute something that it doesn't do. Let's run that again and make sure that works. How's it going, Gareth? Good to see you. All right, so join the channel. And if I try and execute something that doesn't exist, yeah, went to dead letters. It didn't actually go, even though I said sender.tell. Well, is sender really the parent? Right, gets the sending actor ref for the current message. Okay, so a message wasn't received, so there is no sender here for this. So that actually kind of makes sense. It's called when message isn't handled. No. So how do I get this supervisor? How do I get the parent? Right? Right, I want to get the... Wait a sec. Select a parent. The class... What? Let's force the sender in the tell and forward. Great! Who? I can't just tell. I need to have some... Right, tell hangs off of... Right, something in here, in this actor... knows how to reach out and say, tell, go let somebody else do this. Let's bring up the Akka documentation here. I had... That's not it. No. Bookmarks. Can you believe it? I use bookmarks. Who knew? Look at all them bookmarks. That's a lot of bookmarks. Akka. Receive actor API. Context unbecome stacked. I know, what is this, 2003? Who knew? I'm not sure what stash is here. What is... is that what I really want? Killing an actor? No. Initialize me, receive string, sender.tell. But sender... Oh, well, that's when you're receiving. I'm not receiving something. I need to find the parent. right? Hey, I am not myself. Good to see you. We need to chat, buddy. We got a couple things we need to nail down. I want to get you on that pair programming stream. Yeah, I need to. How do I walk up? Actor references paths and addresses. Ooh. What is an actor reference? What is an actor path? Actor path anchors. I should be able to just reference. We do, yeah, a really busy month. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. Become is some sort of state machine. Yeah. Looking up actors by concrete path. Yeah, I want to say like parent. Context, actor selection, tell. Right. Querying the logical actor hierarchy. Fantastic. We'll send a message to all siblings, including the... So can I go context, actor selection, .. /? Or is there a way to just hit the parent? So maybe this needs to be... Can I say context dot... Parent. Bazinga, I think we found it. Woo Clan! Thank you for the follow. So this command dot forward, well, we don't have a sender. So there's, right? So I don't want to forward because there was no sender. So I think I want to tell, and then is there, yeah, okay. The sender of this message. There was no sender, but we want to tell it that the sender was the parent, the channel. There, I think I think solves this. Yeah, okay, so let's try that now. Make sure when the channel actor sends the message to the command actor to do a tell self. The channel actor sends it to the command actor. I don't think I really care about the command actor. I don't think I do. We'll test that. So here's this command. Let that run through. Did it do something? It didn't do anything. Why didn't it do anything? Channel actor. I'm expecting it to get here, but I didn't see it get there. All right, back up. Do it again. Let's pause it when we actually get into the command and take a look-see. Go. You can do it. Here. And then fire the command. All right. So if the command contains the key, good. So the sender is channel C# Fritz. Good. So we're going to forward a broadcast message. So the channel actor... Oh, it doesn't know how to receive a broadcast message yet. All right. Let's teach it how to do that. Broadcast message. That feels easy, right? And then I'll just say client. Well, I'm already connected. Why don't I have... Yeah. Joined channel. String channel. Well, I know what my channel... Why don't you know what my channel is? I thought there was a broadcast message. Yeah. Well, I know what my channel is here because of my config has the channel name, right? So I could say, right, send message, and I'm going to send it to config.channel name, which is my channel name. And then the message is message.message. That should work. That should do a thing, right? There we go. I'm feeling good about this one. I'm feeling good about this one. Drum roll, please. There it is. No. I need to fix that so it loops better. Come on. And will it work this time? All right, that's enough. That annoys me. Sorry. Sender forward the message. Okay, here we go. And broadcast message. Client send message to channel name C# Fritz. Message. There it comes. Here. Is it going to get there? Yes! All right. We got the simple scenario working. That was easy. Right? We got it? It's doing something. Ship it! Yes, very ta-da. Very, very ta-da. All right, so we have a way to send messages back to the chat. Look at all them gritties. And a ship. Ship it. The Robert Table ship. Did I greet those new followers? If I didn't greet you, Kazimoru20 and Woo Clan, thank you for the follows. Push it to production? No, we're not there yet. No, we're not there yet. There's another follower, Vorroar. Vorroar? All right, welcome. Nice to meet you. And I hope to see you in the chat room. So we can send messages back and forth now to that command. And that's the simple command, just here's a block of text to send back. But at some point we're going to need to pass the channel configuration into the command so we know how the channel wants that command to behave. So while this is a simple command, and if we look at some of the other more complex commands that are over here, and oh yes, they're over here. Adding pixels. The drink me command is probably the next simple one, or my pixels is a simple one. These two, giveaway game and guess game, are more complex with a state machine sitting out there that we need to connect into and manage. Oh man, this is where it's going to start to get a little bit crazy, a little bit dicey. As we start to add these, because we're going to need... These commands are going to need access to our storage mechanisms. Right now, both DryadT and Quiltoni store their pixel records, their currency records, in a Google spreadsheet, which makes maintenance just a little bit trickier. A little bit. We could start migrating that next one over here. It wouldn't be too bad. Sketch Valley, welcome. I appreciate the follow, and I look forward to seeing you here in the chat room. Stelzy says, when creating the actor of with props create, type of my actor with args, and then the argument. Where do you see that? Okay. I tell you what, I'm not going to push to production, but what I am going to do is I'm going to commit these changes. So let's add, we got a lot to add. Pixelbot, orchestrator. I want actors, commands. Add that. Start there. Let's add Quiltoni, Pixelbot, core, messages. Come on. Need to put a slash there first. Yep, we'll add that one, and then we'll add the whisper message. What else? Oh, that's it. Okay. Completed the first simple command actor. that was actually adding that as an Easter egg. Thank you, Teal Old Man, for suggesting. Was actually a good idea because it got us past this first simple interaction and that first bit of architecture that rightfully Stelzy pointed out, where we're going to pass a message down into that actor, and that command actor that knows how to handle and what to do when they receive a command. Process it properly. In this case, I don't have any logic that goes with it. Just send a message back and process properly. So I think that was actually a very good example. So thank you, Teal Old Man. Points to you for, even though you probably didn't know it at the time, and it was kind of a little bit of a joke, giving us a good example here to build something that actually helps flesh out a bit of our architecture. So I think that was kind of important. Ganesh, good morning. Do we have some architecture design diagram? No, we don't. Good game, Teal. Yes, I agree. It was magical to make that happen. Does that create a different instance for each organization? How do you distinguish them for the dictionary? So the dictionary, right? Good question. Let's take a look back at that. So we have the join channel message. Let me go back up here. So for our channel actor, we're receiving a chat command. This is not a static dictionary. So each chat command actor hangs off of a different channel actor, and there's a different channel actor for each channel. So you're going to end up with this hierarchy, and it's a good question, Ganesh. We do need a little bit of a hierarchy diagram. Will Akka generate a diagram for us? It'd be nice to be able to see that. For recommended practices, what do we got there? Properties is a configuration class. Recommended practices. It's a good idea to provide static factory methods on the receive actor, which help keeping the creation of suitable props as close to the actor definition as possible. Static factory method. Okay. So put on... I see what you're doing here. So in Akka, there's a class, there's an object called props that contains the properties, the information about the configuration, the properties that we want to pass into an object class. And by putting this here inside of the actor class that it itself is generating, we should make it easier to create and have these for the appropriate objects. That makes sense. I just got a news broadcast here on my phone. The Avengers movie, Avengers Endgame, which are all I'm very excited about. Mentioned it at the top of the stream today. 169 million overseas, non-domestic, so this is outside the States, in its first day. Wow. Including 107 million in China. That is impressive. That is...
Toad smart goats.
I'm blown away. Yeah. Would love to see an architecture diagram as well to see how we're modeling actors versus the Twitch entities, users, channels, messages, etc. It's a good point. I know we can generate a diagram with the stateless library. Can Akka generate a diagram? Will this... no. Can we go up here and say diagram? Is there a diagram? No. Let me go back so that I stay here. Because, you know what? I think we want to enhance and put this in here. And maybe before we step into our next command, maybe it's time to take a step back. To back up a bit. And write a couple unit tests. I know, unit tests. But they'll help us ensure that things work when we push out and we start to add these more advanced configurations so we don't break things. Right? Is there a way, Akka, to generate a diagram? Because that would, how to illustrate actors in UML, that would be cool. Working with graphs. Is that a thing? To use Akka streams, add the module to your this is Akka documentation. Constructing graphs. I don't think this is this. Oh. Well, that would be amazing if it generated that. I don't think that's the same. Scala and Java. Does it actually generate an image? Don't say it. How can I illustrate actors in UML diagrams? Akka actors and UML actors mean two different things. For UML, an actor is something. Yeah. No. We want. I want to generate an architecture diagram. Top level architecture diagram tool for actors in Scala. I don't see a way to do this automatically, is there? We could also tech our way around using MS Whiteboard and draw. And yeah, we could do that. We could, Hugo. You're right. But then we're going to run into a maintenance issue. And it'd be nice to be able to just run something as part of a build process that generates an appropriate diagram, stash it in our GitHub type of thing. I want to be as lazy as possible. You know? If I qualify this with Akka.net. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Is that a thing? If enough people are searching for this. Akka.net, read the docs, code samples. How to automatically generate UML diagrams. No. Akka.net has a test kit to help with unit tests, and that's where I think we need to go. Exactly, Gareth. Exactly. This way, the diagram and the code don't go out of sync. Like magic, it'll stay all working. We are starting with Akka.net. Yes, we are using Akka.net Crows. Good to see you. And you said it the way I like to think about it. Tests do not prove my code is correct. It proves it does what I expect it to do. Yes. I look at unit tests more like an insurance policy. I wrote this code. This is the way I expect it to run. You, when you're writing your code, or the next person writes their code, again, and it interacts, it integrates with stuff that I already have that expects to function the same way. As an insurance policy, you're going to get a break message if you inadvertently change something and my code no longer behaves the way we expect it to. You wish documentation authors show tests as part of the docs. There actually is a little bit of documentation around tests with some of this. And we're gonna get down into a little bit of that in a second. Tell you what, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw this out to the chat room. And I'll put it out here as an issue. Need a way to generate Akka.net diagrams from Akka.net. And I'm going to label this as an enhancement and as help wanted. So if you know how to do this, if you feel like researching and checking out how to make this work, there's the issue. I will paste this into chat. If you know how to help out with this, come on out here, drop a comment about how to generate diagrams from Akka.net, and we'll look at implementing that. And if you can put together a pull request that does this, even better. We'll give you some credit for it. We'll recognize you and put your name up top there on the list of great contributors to our project. All these actors, you know, one diva is about to get an award, right? Oh. I see what you did there. So I'm not going to dwell on that. I want to take this model here about this static properties method and actually generate our properties for our constructor here appropriately. This feels like a simple model that we can follow. A simple Not concept. A simple. Oh my gosh. And it's not a constraint. It's a regular practice. It's a simple practice that we can go after. Right? It's a simple convention. That's what I was thinking of. So for our channel manager actor, when we created the channel actor, we actually went and created the properties here. So I feel like the channel actor is a good one that we should have that static props. Right? So if I create a method here, public static props, we need to receive the channel configuration here. So let's create channel configuration. And in this over here, we said props create like that. And I think that, yeah, actor props create. So if we do something like that here, can we do that? Oh wait, well this is going to return a props. There we go. So if we do, this doesn't know what this is. Right. So actor props, okay. Create, good. Does that work? It's almost too easy. Okay. So then over here, instead of doing this, I can say context actor of, and I can say channel actor props config. So I've put it all in one place. That feels like a good movement so that whenever we change the various properties that need to be passed in, it's all sitting. And we've also made the constructor for this for this actor in one place over here. Now I don't think I have props anywhere in here yet. No. That we're passing around. So I think we're okay. All right. I'm going to delete these breakpoints. We're good. Let's commit that change. Right? What's it? Yeah, good. So let's commit that change. Moved props creation into a static method on channel actor. I think that's a good convention that we should strive to. Let me make sure I'm typing my password correctly. There it goes. That we should strive to continue and enforce. It's a static method, so we can't make that an interface or an abstract property, an abstract method you need to implement. Tobo Nautilus, what's better to start on a short vacation than watching Jeff and chat and the great community on Twitch and Discord? Here, here, Tobo. Great to see you. I will happily drink to our community. I'm very happy with how positive and outgoing, educational our community is here on Twitch. Not just on this channel, but throughout the software development channels. Whether it's my channel, I Am Not Myself's channel, Robert Table's channel, Gareth's channel, looking up the list of folks here, Hugo's channel. Great stuff. Yes, make sure that everybody's encouraging and we're learning and growing together. I've definitely learned some things here today. As far as growing and making this work. But I want to start looking at putting some tests to this. So if we come down here to our test project and we start adding tests to this. Just got back, looks like it's going well. It is Electric Havoc, I think it is. We finished that little back and forth tell architecture. So is there a list of links to these channels? Actually, if you go to the team, Zeno, click the Live Coders team just below the video here, and that'll take you to the complete list of everybody that's in the channel. Everybody that's on the team. 42 streamers, all kinds of different technologies, and you can actually just hang out on that Live Coders team page, and it'll route you to the next person that's hosting and talking and streaming. Really, really great stuff. Yeah. There you go. livecoders.dev. Absolutely. Okay. So how do I write some tests for this? Testing actor systems, right here. Asynchronous testing test kit. Test kit allows you to test your actors in a controlled but realistic environment. Realistic? Really? Come on. Nobody's here listening. We can do this fake. Make it behave how we want to. So the test kit class contains a collection of tools which make this common task easy. Yeah? Does it? So we have some actor, so subject, this sys actor of some actor, probe, this create test probe, inject the probe by passing it to the test subject, like a real resource would be passing in production. All right. Expect message done after a certain amount of seconds. The action needs to finish within 3 seconds, within blah, 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 subject tell. That's not bad. Don't you think that we're realistic? Really?
You keep using the word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
No. So we could use this. We could. Fish for message. Nice. Receive while, await condition, await assert. Expecting log messages, timing assertions. Neat. All right. Accounting for using multiple probe actors. Waiting for other actors from probes. Replying to messages. All right. So I'm not... All right. So we need Akka test kit, I think, inside of our project. Inside of our test project. And then we can start to test some of these. But what I think we're going to run into, if we look back at the project here, when that channel actor starts, it starts Twitch directly. That's going to be a problem. Because if we want to mock the interactions with Twitch, we're not going to be able to do that directly. What is this? From Electric Havoc. Kick unwanted user bots from channels completely. Oof. Let me come back to that. That's not something I'm going to discuss here on stream, but I'll discuss that in Discord. That looks interesting. Topic for another day. That's fine. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm not testing the interaction with Twitch, am I? The event handlers kick off and pass information down here. Uh-oh. Well, this is for each one of these event handlers. That's not going to work. That's going to fail here, right? That should fail. Right? Yeah, build failed. Because we're inside of channel actor and props is now a thing down here. So let's put Akka actor in front of that. That's better. I feel better about that now. And that should build, right? Build all the things. And
then
it'll hopefully finish building, and I'll amend the previous commit. There we go. Build succeeded. Let's go over here. Git commit amend. 'Cause right? Git, not got. Git add. And then git commit amend. Yep. All right. So if we're running the tests, I'm not really running the tests on the interaction with Twitch. I know that that interaction works. I would want to maybe run an interaction to make sure that it hands off properly to these. But I'm not sure that those are really what I want to test. I'm looking on Twitter. I see a message here. I don't know why, but listening to C# Fritz code live on Visual Studio is therapeutic. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate the kind words. All right, here we go. So let's write a unit test then on the chat command actor, maybe? That it's appropriately... Tests for channel actor would be integration tests. Tests on channel actor that go back to Twitch would be integration tests. Yes. I think, you know what? It's noon. We're at about 2 hours. I think let's park it here. I'm going to push out those changes so that it starts building out on Azure DevOps here. Let's park these changes now, and let's think about doing the unit tests for, and I think we'll do unit tests for the chat command actor, right? Where it's receiving the arguments and then passing them on to an appropriate command. It finds the commands and goes and sends it on to them. I think that is a unit test that we can do tomorrow. So I'm going to just wander over to this set, and let's make sure that that kicks off a build properly. Kicks off a build properly. It should be, right? We pushed it into feature multi-tenant, right? Commits. I'm expecting you to build now. Why won't you build? It's a little hard for me to jump in and follow along. Is there a series more newbie-oriented that you could watch? Asks BloodCon. Let me ask you, BloodCon, how newbie are you? There's a whole series of videos over on YouTube, on the YouTube channel. If you go to youtube.com/C#Fritz, you'll find a little bit, you'll find all the stuff that we've been building over there. Early junior level. Check out the ASP.NET Core workshop over there. And I can probably bring that up pretty quickly. C# Fritz ASP.NET Core workshop. There we go. We recorded this about a year ago. I'm trying to plan a new one of these. Nice commercial. Check that out. That's an 8-hour workshop, but it'll show you a little bit of where we start and how we got to where we are with ASP.NET Core. It's not going to get down into the stuff that we're building today, but it'll at least get you pointed in the right direction as somebody who's new to the technology. So this is going to restore and build all out there on Azure for us, and I'm assuming it's going to build and test properly. Oh, thank you, Space Cat. That is very kind of you. We've made the project better. We've improved it, and I think we need to improve it and take our friends now over to another stream. We're going to wrap up here. So we learned a lot walking through, and we've built our first command on this distributed bot that we've been building, and it was inspired by our friend. Teal Old Man. It's a simple command. You execute !Teal Old Man with this distributed bot, and it'll notify the folks in the chat room that it's exploding and there's blue all over the place. It's a funny command. We'll be back again tomorrow, and we're going to write some unit tests around that. Some tests to make sure that the interaction between our actors, our actor objects, will appropriately send those commands, those messages back and forth, and then we can start up other commands properly, or that we get an inappropriate error message coming back if you try to execute a command that doesn't exist. So, as always, I'll archive this video. It'll be available over on YouTube a little bit later. If you're trying to get to a recent video, check them out here on Twitch, but the archive will always be over there on YouTube. Let's set up today's raid. We're going to raid our friend. I see him out there broadcasting right now. We're going to raid Code Rushed. Mark Miller is out there broadcasting. So subscribers, grab that first line of text with the raid bots. If you're not a subscriber, that's okay. Grab the second line of text with the missiles. And we're going to go crash into Code Rushed and have a great time with him. He's just started up. He doesn't know we're coming. So sit right back, relax, and we're going to be magically whisked by the power of Twitch over to Mark's stream. Thanks so much for joining me, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll write some tests, and we'll ensure that our bot works the way that we think it should. All right? Take care, everybody. It was great seeing you. Get ready to say hello to Mark, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.